Welcome back to another video. So we've got a manhole that another company couldn't lift, we've got a pump that was not working, and we've got a sewage blockage at a hospital. Enjoy.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
Okay, so this one is actually a bit of lining work that we've subcontracted. Now we called out another company and they said they couldn't get this manhole up. So we're going to have a go ourselves, and I bet you any money we can get this cover up. Okay, so when a crowbar doesn't work, a sledgehammer 90% of the time will. Okay, so we got a bit of movement there, so let's hit it a few more times. And what a surprise, I managed to get the cover up.
There we go. It's not way down.
Now, we didn't have the equipment to line these big pipes, so it's just easier because we didn't do a lot of them just to subcontract it. They got a couple of problems with some roots here. We managed to get the roots out, so it just needs a liner through it just to stop them coming back through again. So the next job is we're going to go look at a pump in a customer's garden that stopped running. Okay, so this is our manhole. This is on the clean side of the septic tank. As you can see, it's sat at a very high level. So we're going to pull the pump out and see what's going on. So the customer was telling me this pump's actually been in there for 11 years, so it's done really well. So I'm going to stick it in a bucket and we're going to see if we can get the thing going again. Hopefully we don't have to replace it, fingers crossed. Now the strange thing is the pump started working, so it might have been a stuck float. Possibly the float was stuck down. So we're going to stick it back in and see if we can pump the tank out with it. Fingers crossed we can. Okay, so when I put my hand on the pump pipe, I can actually feel it running. So now it's just a case of whether the levels drop in the tank. So this is the pump pipe that runs weirdly above ground for coming down this hedge line and disappearing in the floor further down the garden. Seems a bit of an odd way of running it, but that's how they've done it. So the good news for the customer is the levels have started to drop in the tank. So this is the upstream manhole. You can probably see a little bit of movement there. Now the problem is the pump is lowering the levels in the tank as well as all the drainage. And that's an awful lot of water. So it's going to take a little while. Usually the pump wouldn't need to run for this long, but in this case it has to. So I've sped this clip up and eventually we get to the bottom of the drain. It does take a little while though. Right, so we're getting a little bit closer to the bottom. You can see it's been backed up a while. There's quite a few solids sat in there. I'm going to get the customer to flush the toilet for a load of times after as well, just to make sure the lines are clear. But as you can see, it's clearly making its way through to the tank, which is good, because that means the pump's working. Okay, so the manhole's now empty. As you can see, the tank level's getting lower. So I've advised the customer just to keep an eye on it. If the system starts backing up again and there does turn out to be a fault for that pump, I've taken all the details. So it's just a case of replacing that pump. Hopefully it doesn't come to that and that pump will go on for another few years, but we'll see what happens to that one. So on to the next job, which is a block sewage manhole in the hospital.
Cold. Sewage, isn't it?
So let's start by trying to get a rod in there and giving it a good plunge and hope for the best. Now we think it runs this way, but we're not 100% sure.
It's going to be a jetting job, isn't it?
Right, so we're going to stick with the theory that it runs this direction, and we're going to give it a jet and hope for the best. So we're going to be using our spare jet on 2000 psi. It's quite handy, there's two of us here as well, so it makes it a bit easier.
Still going, isn't it? Yeah, it's going, isn't it?
So we've lifted the next cover up. As you can tell, that one's full up as well, and it's where the jet was ending up, but we don't think is where we need to access. So we're going to go lift the next cover up again and see where that gets us.
If that's even the one. Screw tight by all belt. Quite a nice little bar for this. Lovely, isn't it?
Okay, so it turns out this isn't our drain. It looks like a storm drain that's running in completely the opposite direction. So we're going to go lift up the next cover and see where that gets us again. Fingers crossed we'll find where it's heading to and be able to work it out from there.
Did we probably... No, it's that one. I don't know if yeah. You won't for that one. Oh, he's going to be tight. Tight in there.
Okay, so we think this is the drain we're looking for, but then we realised it's not deep enough. It can't be this one. So we thought maybe we're looking in totally the wrong direction. So we thought we'll go over the other side and see if it's heading that way instead.
It's deep in there, well, there's stuff in there. Leak in there from the back of the building, don't they?
So this looks a lot more like it. We're at the right depth. There's a branch coming in there that looks a bit dirty. So we thought we'll give it a jet in this direction and see if we can get that sewage to flow through.
I think so. Nah, nothing.
You try harder.
Try rodding that. If you can find the channel. That's got to be it, hasn't it?
Went straight in the rod.
There it is. Yeah. Do you reckon he's in?
No, we're not convinced it is.
Very light pressure. Camara M. Yeah, he's going.
So yeah, that was definitely backed up an awful long way.
All we were getting was the bottom there, was just going slow, and just going slow.
And the other one. See if he's empty.
So yeah, don't always assume that a drain goes a particular way. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and also turn on your notifications. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.